What up? What up? Welcome everybody to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe. We are the Yeet and No Yeet of Wrestling Podcast, the Yes and No of Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Joe, and this is my co-host, Darnell.
Hello. I'm looking directly at the camera to make you uncomfortable. I'm never gonna make a normal intro. It's just
It
never
worked.
Gonna
happen. Yeah. Oh shit. As always, guys, we are here to bring you the coverage of this week in wrestling, this past week in wrestling, and some news events that happened in wrestling as well to go over. As you also know, we always go over the week shows of Monday through Tuesday through Friday, and you know that's usually if Tuesday's good enough to go over, which it has been recently. But
Joe, I don't know if you asked the people, but do they like wrestling?
Do you guys even like wrestling? Do you guys even like it? Like,
I think you mentioned it quite a few times. So I just thought I'd ask the question again, if the people like wrestling.
If they like wrestling. Have I brought that up before?
Yeah, you just did. Actually, really, I'm floundering. The joke flopped because you said the word wrestling like 5 times in a sentence.
I was like, this will either come full circle or I'm just having a stroke, bro. Like, don't bring me into your stroke, Darnell. Don't. Oh shit. Guys, I wanted to talk about right off rip. Drew McIntyre, just a menace right now on Twitter. I mean, he is just. Have you seen?
What would he do now?
So the video of have you seen the video of Punk showing up at the show with Larry? Dude, fuck. Where was it? I just had it. He tweeted it and he was like he was like you're inbred looking dog. Like,
that was him.
That was him.
I didn't see who wrote that shit. I just scrolled past and saw it. It was like, that's funny, and like kept scrolling.
Yo, Drew is the most unhinged fucking. I'm gonna go to his Twitter. It's probably there. Oh yeah, oh my god, look at that inbred, flea-ridden piece of shit. Larry looks stupid as well.
Like, hey, yo.
God damn.
Sir, relax.
God damn. And then this is Drew is, I mean, he's inching towards best wrestler, my favorite wrestler of all time. This lady posted a tweet of like her kids, like I guess it's like a letter she wrote at school. It says, "I wish my teacher knew." Is a thing, and then this little girl like fills it in. And this lady posts this with the clip next to it of a Raw she went to, where it looks like, you know, Drew's doing his Minish shit. You know what I'm saying? And Seth is in the ring doing crazy stuff. So the letter, which I'll show a little bit right there, if I can get some fucking focus. It's gonna shine too fucking bright, probably. Yeah. God damn it.
Shine bright like a diamond, bro.
Shine bright. But I'll put it in right there. It'll be right there in post. And I'll share it to you as well. So it's hard to read, but I'm going to try to. I wish my teacher knew I went to a wrestling event. It was Raw. I saw Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins. It says DRGO, so I assume she means... Oh, yeah, she means Drew. She means Drew McIntyre, somehow. And Jey Uso. Yeet. I saw... Oh, shit. Lots of other wrestlers too. Drew McIntyre smacked my poster. I was really sad. My mom and dad, and I can't read the little scribbles at the bottom of this. Maybe something about she's crying. So she's upset that Drew in this, that's the clip she's posting. When Drew walks away, here we go. I can at least show that. Drew walks away here, and I guess he fucking smacks a sign out of some little girl's hand, which is a big win. Here it comes. Boom! Get that shit out of here, bitch.
Yo, he really hit that shit. Damn, dude.
My man reposted this tweet and said, "The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Your kid is a stooge who can't write or spell. They will never achieve their dreams. Hope you're proud."
He's like 3 steps away from MJF.
Dude, he is the best heel of all time. He's so good. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'll fucking... I mean, you can just look up Drew's Twitter. It's on his Twitter. It's
yeah, I will probably look or the fact that we're talking about it. Actually, I haven't said his name yet myself, so it might not show up in the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Who knows? Man.
Unless they really are listening and we're already fucked because you said his name like 8 times.
Yeah, I do it enough. I do it loud too, so you know. It's
Yeah. Definitely gonna pick it up.
For sure. Yeah, I woke up to that this morning and I was like, he's just the best. You know, in a world of wrestling fans on Twitter, it's great every now and again just to see Drew just being a dick. Just doing his thing.
I mean, you can't. I wouldn't even be mad either.
God,
with my first show and I get fucked with, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. You're a little kid. You go to your first ever wrestling show, and a wrestler smacks the shit out of your side. I mean, he yeeted that shit.
Man's had a problem with him, with everything.
Listen, okay. Listen, little girl. Listen here. I went to my first wrestling event ever when I was a little kid too. I was like fucking like 12 or something like that. All right. John Cena was there. DX was there with fucking X-Pac. Okay. It was a house show. John Cena was walking back through the aisle and he was high-fiving every single fucking hand he saw. And right when he got to me, security got in front of me and he literally skipped over me specifically and went to the next person and started high-fiving. Now, it was just horrible placement by security. I didn't complain. I didn't write a note to my teacher. I went to Raw. I saw John Cena, and John Cena didn't fucking... he didn't touch my hand. But I was upset.
Low key, he just said, not the brown kid.
Not the brown kid. I did look like a brown kid, too, back then. I had the spiky gelled hair. I had a big black DX t-shirt on that was way too big for me. Yeah. But I did have wristbands on, and I had a sign that said Chain Gang. Come on.
Heard.
Whatever. It clearly hasn't affected me at all in my life, and I don't ever think about it ever, obviously. Moving on. Let's move on to the shows now. We can talk about some wrestling now. Talk about some fucking wrestling. First things first.
Talk about butter sausage.
Talk about butter sausage. I like honey.
My bad.
Damage Control picks up a win over Isla Dawn and
Dawn.
Yeah, right. Unholy Union. I was trying to think of their tag name.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I didn't want to remember because I was like, why did y'all give them a name? They were fine with just their names,
just
man.
Their names, yeah. You're giving us something else to remember. Their names were enough. We just figured out the names, and all of a sudden, fuck. But yeah, it's good that they're just jobbing at this point. Like, honestly, you guys had your time in the spotlight. You aren't any like big time like you're good. Like I like them. I like I always mix them up too. So I just say red hair girl the most. I like her the most, obviously. But yeah, no, so Damage Control picks up a win over them, being Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Do they take the titles from Bianca and Jade though and start the split? Is this what starts the split for Jade and Bianca? Because it's starting to get to that time now.
I don't know. Honestly, I got paid attention to that, but it's just something I don't think about at all anymore. It's like this is ever since they got the belts off of what's Ronda Rousey and Shayna, like when Shayna betrayed her and shit.
Yeah,
that was WrestleMania like last year, the year before,
about 2 years ago, I think. Yeah,
bro, those titles have just been floating.
Yeah,
and they don't really get defended. The only people who really defended them was Kairi and Asuka.
Yeah, and it's like
they actually was like on NXT, and they were basically doing all 3 shows. Really,
they would do an NXT, then they would defend on Friday, then they would do if they let them, they would do a pre-show for the PLE most of the time too, and they're doing house shows. They were fucking wrestling like crazy with those titles.
And then it's just like on TV, we just see y'all just either y'all got the titles. It's like, cool, all right. What are you gonna do? You're not defending this week, all right, cool, whatever. You know, you just got to celebrate a little bit. Hey, you gonna defend? Oh no, okay, all right, cool. Where do we go?
Right. And the thing is that it's a bittersweet situation with Jade and Bianca because they're the exact perfect tag team to like hold it for a long time, be dominant, do a bunch of defenses because they're in great shape. And make the titles worth something again, but they already have a built-in program of betrayal, so it's like they can only do it for so long before people become uninterested, which is already happening clearly. Like, you know, people are like, If they do it, they do it. But if they don't, they don't. But the whole point of her being with Bianca is to help her get better. So who better to do her first solo program against than Bianca? Bianca.
Don't do that. It sounds terrible.
Talk to Wade Barrett.
I will.
All right,
you talk to him so much, bro.
You trying to talk to bad news? You trying to get a wasteland?
Bro, the news isn't real. He'll say whatever the fuck he's gonna say about his news, and I'm gonna be like fake news, and then I'm gonna walk away. Like, bitch.
Fake news. He'd be like, "Oh, nobody's ever done that to me."
I'm like, you goddamn right. Because this ain't a scripted conversation.
Yeah. What's interesting about the idea of if Io and Kairi can take the belts from them is that what the fuck is like this? What happens? I understand protecting stars, but what happens when these motherfuckers get belts and all of a sudden you're just not doing anything with them? Because what we've been seeing from Io for the past few weeks has been exactly what we saw when she was about to get the title, when we were like, this bitch needs the title. Then she gets it, has like she had like one match, maybe two, and they were you know, especially the second one because she was just supposed to lose the title anyway. And it's like, well, why? Why
now? She carried the fuck out of Bayley though. For that
100%.
That shit. I feel like, side note to what you're saying, I just feel like Bayley just OD boring. Like she needs to do something different.
She's only exciting as a heel.
Better. I don't know. It's not even that. I don't even care about that part. It was the same shit to me. I was like, bro, this is some weird. It's like you almost don't try. That's what it looks like almost to me.
Right.
And it's just like, dude, some of these people are moving. Maybe it's all an ass. I don't know.
It's got to be something. I mean, you see the way that elbow dropped this past Friday. You're like, if something's holding you back, it's got to be the ass. When she flew and when she does the elbow drop, it's probably one of the ugliest elbow drops genuinely in all of WWE. I'm not gonna lie. Like, all respect due to Bayley, but that elbow drop is ugly as fuck.
The goddamn shame.
Yeah. No, I mean, we'll see. I think that Io and them maybe just cause some type of turmoil, but I don't know if they're gonna immediately just take the belts off them. It's whatever they want to do. It's interesting note to say that Jade has been, in an interview talked about how the traveling schedule is already getting to her, and she doesn't like all this travel and how many days a week she's got to work and shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's WWE, baby.
And it's like, that's the toned down version.
Yeah. They're thinking about
under Vince.
Oh God, yeah, right. They're thinking about getting rid of live events altogether. They're like debating possibly no longer doing house shows, except for like specialty ones.
Honestly, like, it would be devastating to their pockets, probably.
Yeah.
Including the audience.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, also do it. Because then all of the staff are getting at least their weekends back in their life.
For sure. At least.
Because hearing people talking about they missing the fucking births of their kids or there's deaths in the family.
Yeah.
And they just still work. And it's like, nah, man, you need time to immaculate yourself to that. I don't even think I said that word right, but still.
No. I think if you're like a young wrestler and you're just starting and like you're a good name, like some good guys in NXT or something, I think it makes sense because you've got a lot of miles left on your life. You're young, and I would say the biggest thing I've ever heard any wrestler talk about, which is like the benefit to doing all these house shows is just reps. Like, you're getting real good in the fucking ring. You're really figuring your shit out, and you're really figuring out somebody that you're probably going to wrestle with, which I also understand. Usually if somebody's going to work a program with somebody on TV, they're doing match after match and house shows. So I understand the benefits of them. But I think, like you're saying, I genuinely think giving them the rest instead is way better. And, then we can get more PLEs in a year in that case, in said case. Instead of doing all the house shows, we can get something.
And it's not basically double damage because, like you said, they need all the reps. And it's like, yeah, they can do all those reps they want. They can still get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you're weakening the body even more with working on how you normally work already. So it's just like, and especially like fucking like take Corey Graves for instance, bro went through all that shit with the NXT, gets called up, and they're like, You can't do that no more, dog. You have one more concussion or whatever was going on in your head, you're done. You're out of. You're actually done. Not done wrestling.
You're done.
You're done in life.
Yeah.
Your life subscription is getting canceled.
It's interesting too to hear 2 points to that. Cody talking about his idea of the reps, which is that like he says that he found when he's not doing the house shows that if he takes a couple days off then comes back that the bumps hurt more than if you're doing house shows. And I'm like, yeah, but that's still a testament to like your body is just getting used to pain, which it shouldn't. Like it shouldn't be used to like dealing with that type of pain all the time. So I understand that as well, but yeah, no. Also, again, like I said, 2 notes about that. Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't believe in CTE. So
yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Fucking, you know, if you're doing the right thing in there, then you're not gonna get hurt. Okay, yeah. So, hey, my name's Vince McMahon. I'm gonna tell you, a wrestler, that you need to take this chair shot directly to the fucking head, and if you don't, you can go find another fucking job somewhere else. Well, looks like I guess I got
real.
Fucking.
Those aren't real chair shots, man.
I hate you.
They used prop chairs.
They used prop chairs. We took the screws out. It doesn't matter. Oh shit. That shit made me so fucking heated when I heard him say that. I was like, what up? Don't be a fucking idiot. I don't got no CTE. Yes, you do, bitch. Yes, you do.
No, he's just drunk. He's a fucking alcoholic. That's all that is.
100%. God, what an idiot.
Had a beer. Another beer. Just like, another beer. And you had a Bloody Mary?
And a Bloody Mary.
What's going on? And he said that was just the beginning. And it's like, sir.
And I'm just getting started, yeah.
You need to calm down. Listen to your woman, John.
Let's move on to what was that? Did you just yeet?
No.
Let's move on to the Kofi and Xavier tension build yet again. So they had everything comes together. Darnell was starting to get nervous. He saw him bring out the bootios and the trumpet, and he was like, "Oh my fuck!" He said, God. "Fuck!" He got so nervous, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" But you know, Kofi just
tried to jokingly said they were gonna do that.
Yeah,
I think in the podcast episode last week too.
Yes,
I jokingly said that, and they did exactly.
We both brought it up that they were gonna be like, "I yeah."
Don't do this to me.
So, you know, everything seems cool and copacetic between them. And then afterwards, everything's still kind of cool. Xavier's mad that he lost. Then he blows up on Rey Mysterio. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. I love that he brought up like the whole singles championship thing.
Yes.
It's like, bro, this has been chasing your ass since you got to the WWE, basically.
Can he be a singles champion? Do you think he can?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he's had like the US belt and the Intercontinental belt at some point.
Has he? I know he had 24/7. I know he had that one.
We don't even talk about that. That's just a disrespectful version of the fucking hardcore belt.
Yeah.
But fuck, what was the question again?
Never
mind. Him turning heel is what's gonna help him because it's like most of the time, like the only reason baby faces get belts is because it's like, oh, the people wanted it.
Right.
When a heel goes for the goddamn belt, it's like, no, bitch, I wanted this my damn self. I'm just gonna fuck everybody up.
Hell yeah.
While I'm doing it.
Way easier to get a belt as a heel than a baby face in the company for sure. You ain't got to worry about merch at all when you're a heel.
Yeah, it's just like that's like the main thing, and that's what's going for him. Because as soon as he brought up the belt situations, it was just like, yep, this was there the entire time.
Yep, for sure.
Every time there was like obviously because it's tag belts, they would always have to like switch off with them. But it was because at first it was always just Big E and Kofi that would get the tag team belts, and he was still kind of like in a weird manager / wrestling thing until like right before Big E got hurt, I think. Because I want to say maybe it was Big E was on commentary during the pandemic, I think, a couple times, so that's why they had the belts. Kofi and
and then Big E was doing like the manager thing at that time.
So I don't remember my points, all of that. So whatever.
All that
But
metabolizing.
yeah, he can definitely be a singles champ for sure. Like
For
that
sure.
ain't no problem for him.
Yeah, I think he's a better wrestler than Kofi. Like, Kofi's played out. No, and no offense to him, he's still, got exciting things, but he can't do the shit he used to do, and all his moves are like he's got the John Cena syndrome. It's like, all right, do the yeah, do the New Day drop, not the Boom drop, and do Trouble in Paradise, and call it a day. Oh, and also don't win because you're not going to win off those ever. But anyway, there's been an update from Big E.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. We'll see. You still got some time. He said it's still at least another 6 months before it's even like a possibility of if they say yes, And I'm like, all right, we'll see.
That's how I feel about that. Like, yeah. Shut the fuck up. We know. All right, let's go with that. What's going on right now?
Yeah.
I know you're hurt, but you're gonna be relevant no matter what. We don't need you talking about it, bro. Just keep it pushing, Junior. That's just how I feel.
Can't wait till I see him come out, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's a game called Space Marine 2, Darnell. You can just go ahead and grab that for me. That'll be good.
And I'm gonna be like, what?
We made a bet. Do you remember the bet?
No, obviously I know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. Just there's no bell. The on-sitism between them. The show starts with, first of all, shouts out Dom and Liv, and Dom pulling up in the lowrider. Just the best. Yeah. He's so good. He's just being our Eddie without saying he's being our Eddie, and I love it. But then it's just interrupted by Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed coming through and fighting backstage. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And them fucking setting up and getting the smoke during that match, dude, fucking, it's great. They just go back and forth, like, I'm jumping you, motherfucker. And now we're getting, what is it, last monster standing this Monday.
Yeah, it's just like, good fucking Lord, who came up with that? I want to be fired.
That was, they found an old scrap piece of paper in Vince's office, and they were like, oh shit, this might make some money. Hold on. Last monster standing. Okay. The match is going to be great. The name could have been workshopped a little bit more.
Thinking about it now, I swear to God, if they have fucking like paper mache buildings around the ring, I'm not gonna watch that match. I'm gonna immediately turn it off.
You're right. That will fucking kill the match. If they do some corny fuck, and I hope not, because that's Vince stuff. Vince loved doing that. They still kind of do it for like NXT when it's like the beach bash and they set up stuff around, or like 4th of July. Yeah. But that's like for holiday and like kind of like weird. I hope they're past that shit. Those matches. Remember the zombie match with Miz and fucking, I think it was I forget who he went up against. You remember that shit?
I remember that shit.
they did it was during the pandemic. They did a cross promotion match.
I still wasn't watching that shit.
Yeah, I didn't. Obviously I didn't see that live either. I just like seen people, like I've seen clips and people talk about it. It's just like a match where like the ring was going to be surrounded by zombies, and I forget who he went up against, the Miz, but yeah, and then at the end the zombies just like killed the Miz and killed the other, and like that's how like the show ended. Like they got killed by zombies. Nobody won the match or anything, and I'm like, holy fuck. Wow. What a dumb fucking gimmick. I'm actually gonna try to see real quick who he went up against on that. But that's what I'm saying, is like they gotta know that gimmick shit like that is not cool. It has never gone over well. The ones that always went over well, which is what they still shouldn't do, is the fire match, like when the ring's set on fire around them and shit like that. That's pretty cool.
I say the most goofy thing that I've ever seen them do was that fucking Mountain Dew pitch black match with
oh my god, that's right, with
LA Knight and
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, like even after not watching that shit for so long, I still remembered who Bray Wyatt was, and I was just like, what happened to this nigga? This is what the fuck you're doing? And then that for it to be his last match was even crazier. It was like, wow.
That is what sucks too. It's like, and nobody really shits on it for that reason either, because they're just like, but like it is a corny, like that's most people will say like it was a corny thing to do.
I get it was for a sponsorship and all, but bro,
Yeah. They've got to
that
be
shit was
somewhat over that
weird.
shit now.
Oh no, they aren't. We just see it out on every single show, right next to commentary,
Yeah, yeah.
and in the middle of the ring during PLEs.
It was again, by the way,
Fucking prime.
this was this was Damian Priest. It was Miz and John Morrison as his like manager versus Damian Priest in a Army of the Dead match. Whew. Whew.
Wow.
Surprised Damian survived that.
That's fucking awful.
Wow. Talk about setting a man up for fucking failure. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, let's hope for the best on like no paper mache shit. Let's really hope for that. Because I didn't even think about that till you said it, and I was like, God damn it, they could totally do that.
Because it's just like my first thought was, how the fuck are they gonna make this match about the monsters besides just the two of them?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna probably have to add something on top of it.
If they want to respect fans like intelligence, then they just make it about them being monsters, like because they're monsters of men, and that's really all they fucking need. And
it's really just a last man standing match.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And you know, do a couple pull out the classics, break the ring, like let them fucking destroy the ring. Let the area be the buildings. Destroy the barricades. Destroy shit up on the ramp. Destroy the ring. Destroy everything in sight. Just do that.
That was just a hardcore match.
Hell yeah, brother. But with monsters. This is how you make video games. All right. He did it. He deserved it.
Goddamn time.
He deserved it. I wasn't crying when I watched that clip. You were crying. I was crying.
I don't cry.
Yeah. Oh, we know, Darnell. If anybody watches this any of our podcasts, we know you don't cry. Everybody knows. Out of the three people of us that we podcast, me, you, and Ian, I'm the one that cries. Yeah. So happy for Jey Uso. I mean, 100% deserved. Like, out of all the chants in the world, like that guy, they keep saying 14 years in the fucking business, just a tag team champ. Finally. They looked at Braun, they were like, hey, big guy, sorry. We got to pull vet status on you. This guy, he's killed. First of all, look at your guys' merch sales. Okay. Here's you. Here's you. And here's Jay all the way up here on merch sales. Okay. So we're going to need to give him the belt for a little while.
He's still young. He'll be fine. Yeah,
they're gonna turn Braun face, like, and that's smart. He's a good heel and all, but he's more of an anti-hero, and he's more of a face. And people, that's WWE smartly adjusting nowadays. Like, you can't have I don't mind having a heel that people chant with. I think that they need to get away from that a little bit. If I'm taking back what I'm about to say, you know, it's like nowadays, like if the crowd's got something with them, then they want to make them a face, and I'm like, well, what's wrong with a heel having the crowd's side? Like, the crowd having his side. Like, I don't, you know, let the fans decide that. It's crazy. Like, that's the whole reason we're on their side, because they're doing heel shit and smart guy stuff. And then because we like that, you're like, how about we make him we debuff him a little bit. We make him get jumped all the time. He doesn't win as often, but he wins in the big run. And we're like, no, I like to see them dominate. What are you talking about? And say funny, quippy stuff. But those dogs barking and turning them face because of it.
It just goes back to, they don't want people cheering for heels. They don't want kids choosing the bad guy. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Kids are terrible these days.
Dude, you're right. And let me say, before we move on, before we finish talking about this and move on to Friday, that's talking about Friday made me mad as hell. I had to point out to Reese, I said, let me tell you something about these little fucking kids, right? Let me tell you something about these little fucking shits that come to these shows and get all this little treatment from all this shit, okay? Cody Rhodes comes out. There's little kids dressed as him. Pretty normal. He goes up, gives one kid a hug. Kid starts to almost cry. He's like, oh my God, I just got a hug from Cody Rhodes. This is great. All right, cool.
Oh my God.
Goes over to the where the stairs are, the corner part of the barricade. Two other little kids dressed as him. He stops at them, tries to give them like daps and high fives. They're not doing it. Puts the title on the little kid's shoulder. The crowd goes nuts. Ah! The little kid's like this. and doesn't do a single fucking thing. Cody takes the belt, gives him a pat. He's like, all right. If you did that with a grown man in the ring and on his corner, he'd be like, oh my God, Cody. And he'd be freaking. He'd be like, let's go. And instead, we keep like, these little kids don't know shit. They get panicked when you bring attention to them. It's so annoying. They don't know anything about actual nuance of fucking anything in the goddamn sport. They know Cody Rhodes, and that's it. They know Cody Rhodes, and I'm like, yo, chill. No, let me cook. No.
Let you cook, nigga. The kitchen's burning right now. Jesus, man.
Yeah, I'm burning it all down, Seth Rollins style.
Why was I here? Okay, no.
No, I
need to just relax, man.
No. You brought the point up, and I'm emphasizing on it that these little kids are little shits. They tired of. I'm glad, right now, like the company goes away from focusing so much on what they want, because that's not the fucking point. Like I've always hated that. It's what put me away from the product. As a teenager, I was like, oh, so we're doing stuff so that way they can be happy, not anybody else in the room. Okay. All right. Well, fuck that. I don't ever want to go back to that. And I don't like seeing hints of it either. Wrestlers coming out saying hi to little kids are wrestling. There's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty A to B. It makes sense. But constantly, like, I don't know. You just said it. It's like these little kids are shits. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And we treat them like they're the number one wrestling fan in the world. And I'm like, no. They probably will stop liking wrestling in 2 years. They'll probably stop liking it. It's the progress of being a kid. It's well known I don't like little kids. It's well known. I'm like the opposite of a pedo. I hate them. I just hate them.
This is see, you shouldn't have said that. Because that fits in my argument. Because with the new Ghost of Tsushima game being announced, and it's a female protagonist and shit.
Oh yeah.
And people are already crying that I don't want to play as a girl. And it's like, yo, I feel like y'all are so straight, y'all are gay. Because you're always wanting to be a dude. It's like, who gives a fuck if it's a woman? Doesn't matter who it is, nigga. If you're playing a good game, you're playing a good game.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
I think...
and then you saying, I hate kids so much. It's like, you hate kids so much. You're borderline in that. A little bit.
Don't equivalate me to those fucks.
Why are you thinking about kids so much, Joe? Why do they trigger you so much so?
Listen, when I was a little kid...
Why did I speak in riddles just now?
I'm gonna do... yeah, right? God. That was pretty good. You became so wise right there. Now I'm keeping it all in now. Listen. Turn into Darnell right now. When I was younger, when I was a little kid, see you doing what they did and start laughing. When I was a little kid.
And you're already proving my point right now. You were a kid at some point.
Yeah.
You too would have froze up like, if John
told you the story.
Actually hit you with the high five, you would have lost
for it.
You would have froze up and lost your shit at the same time. You just would have. That's a perpetual state of
Don't talk to trauma childhood Joe. You don't know him. Don't talk. Don't tell him what he would have went through. He doesn't know. When I was a little kid, a Marine came into my class to talk about being a Marine, and he said he doesn't like little kids. And he said, I don't like little kids because when I was over whatever, little kids were strapped with bombs and stuff. They would strap them up to come say hi to us and fucking detonate and shit. He goes, so when I see little kids run up to me, he emphasized, he showed his boot, and he's like, I put my boot out, and I go, no, get away from me, get away. And as a little kid, I was like, fuck yeah, I fucks with that idea. I fucks with that mentality. Let's go. Anyway, gonna be a big cut right there. I'm gonna be like, anyway, so Jey but yeah, great match too. It genuinely had me, I always say I'm the mark, but had me going where I was like, no shot he's gonna win. Oh damn, now he's losing this. No shot he's gonna win. Oh god. And then he actually fucking does it. Crazy. When you see him hit that spear and throw him into the ring, you're like, nobody's interfering this. Jimmy ain't back yet. Let's go.
It'd fuck up the storyline if Jimmy actually came back and still beat him up.
Yeah.
Nigga, we gotta be a family in like 2 months. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah, right, for real. I don't know, man. I just wanted to fuck with you. I don't know. Brother stuff. I don't know. Oh
I
shit.
mean, they could do that after Thanksgiving or something, bro. What the fuck are you doing here?
Hilarious though. Jey Uso running out of the ring before the pyro goes off. They wasted money on pyro for it to not be shown on camera with Jey in the ring. He ran off too early. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm out. Fuck it." Like he ran off like somebody was actually going to take that title from him. He was like,
You
"No,
had to be with the people."
yeah, oh yeah, for sure." It was sick. It was good stuff. Good moment. Great moment this week. And a great you know, when I was a kid watching wrestling, whenever there'd be a title shot on like a title match on TV, to be honest with you, sometimes I would just stop watching the main event. I wouldn't watch the main event. I'd be like, what's the point? Either it's going to end in a DQ or the title holder's going to hold the title because they don't exchange titles on TV. And I'm really glad they go away from that now. They're starting to, at least.
Well, we saw that shit all the time.
What do you mean? Titles changing on TV? Yeah, maybe for like, I don't know, maybe for like hardcore and divas title and shit like that. It definitely has happened. Like, I'm not gonna say it's never happened, but like, I just remember it not happening too often. Like the like a WWE title or an Intercontinental title changing hands on Raw or SmackDown.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Learn your history, kid.
I'm pretty sure it's happened.
It's definitely happened. I just,
yeah,
maybe not as common.
About to look it up. So.
Don't look it up. Man, Tuesdays again, fucking blowing up over there. Axiom.
Oh, that's right. I was getting my hair cut. I'm like, why do I feel like I didn't watch NXT this week? It's because I fucking wasn't home.
It wasn't like the craziest show. Honestly, the ending was horrible. I actually I remember finishing the episode, I turned it off, I turned to Reese, I said, worst ending to an NXT I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. Holy fucking shit, that was bad. They were doing this press conference angle all day where people were at a press conference but also at the show, and like they would show during matches like little box clips of, they'd be like, there's our general manager Ava talking to the press right now. Oh, and there's our champion Roxanne, she's giving her 2 cents about what. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why are we doing this right now? And then at the end, they had like a press conference thing between Julia and Roxanne where, Funaki was still doing translating. No offense, Funaki was doing really fucking bad at the translating. And then it was just this awkward back and forth where eventually Julia was like, I need to take over on fucking talking. And it just ended. It just ended like that. And I was like, what the fuck was this? That's how you end your show? No main event match? No nothing.
The Mexican shorty showed up, bro.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, that's right. You're right.
That's why it was hype.
That is why it was hype.
That?
I was
Do I remember her name right now? No.
No. It starts with a V. Yeah, for sure. NXT, all the women on NXT right now. Oh man. Oh dang it.
Another one? God fucking damn, bro.
Let's put ourselves into the title picture. Oh dang it. Julia shows up. Oh dang it. Yeah. Well, hey, maybe if you guys weren't all doing the same fucking shtick, maybe you guys would get pushed a little bit more, you know? Hey, look, they picked one of you guys from that shtick. They picked Kalani Jordan, so maybe you guys should all fucking figure it out. Maybe everybody stop looking like fucking Reese, who was a character on the show. Reese Brindley. Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm like, what did she do? Like,
she's staring at her. Reese Brindley's great.
Like, she didn't even say anything. You just threw her under the bus.
No. There's a peppy good. She is the other good. I thought for sure out of the two they were gonna pick being like the peppy good character to be the face. I thought they were gonna choose Reese Brindley because she's really good and she's funny. Kaylani has no personality, so that's why I was like, for sure Reese then, right? But man, Ren Sinclair, she had a match with Kaylani on Tuesday. She's gonna be the new female face for sure. Comedy out the ass, in-ring skill. She's with the No Quarter Catch crew. Fucking speaking of No Quarter Catch crew, look at those. Look at like when they first debuted to look at them now. You're like, holy fuck, what happened to you guys? They used to have Drew Gulak and that one other guy. And Drew Gulak obviously fired from WWE, and the other guy just got fired recently too, like in the middle of their run, and then just got replaced by Tavion Heights and Ren Sinclair. Crazy.
Tavion's a fucking demon.
Tavion's a monster. He needs to watch his mouth though. He gets a little loose.
I somehow, like, not even somehow, the fucking algorithm, it just, because it's always in between like Japanese and wrestling and shit, and then they just bring him up. I had no idea he was in WWE, And then I remembered when I think it was beginning of this year, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're letting AJ, EO, and then we're having one of our NXT guys over go train in Japan." And it was him, and I didn't realize it until he had that what is it, Charlie?
Oh yeah, Charlie.
The blonde dude. Yeah, him. He was having his match with fuck, what is that nigga's name?
The Don, probably, I think.
No, it was a black kid.
Javon Evans.
Yeah, he's going against Javon Evans, and then I see just a bunch of hair fly up, and I just see someone getting tossed, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
who the fuck? I was like, oh my god, he's back.
Tavion.
I was like, Jesus Christ. He just came back and annihilated this man for no reason.
What's funny about him too is that, you know, he comes in to replace the other guy. They're doing like little things before that guy even got put before Tavion got put onto the team, where they were like, hey, you know, we should get you onto the team. You're a good addition and all this stuff. We need to test you out. Tavion's about it. And then the other guy gets fired from the company. They move Tavion in. He has one day with them on NXT. The next week he's not there, and they don't say anything. And everybody's like, no, what happened? And then the next week they're like, oh no, Tavion's just in Japan. And we're like, oh, thank fucking Christ. Oh shit. We thought you guys were just, No Quarter Catch Crew was about to be like the death. If you get sent to No Quarter Catch Crew, your career's over.
Fucking shit. The world works weird.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, everything's going great over there on NXT. I think the Don getting this rematch with Oba. Here's the thing. They do a really good way of just saying one thing to make you not sure if it's going, because they're putting all this promo work around the Don. He trains like Rocky, which is ridiculous. And then they're like, okay, he's gonna have a rematch with Oba, but then they mention Oba's about to become the longest reigning NXT North American champion of all time, and I'm like, well, fuck. Now I don't know if who's gonna win, because if the Don loses, this is bad for his character. And if he wins, I mean, it's great, because it's a win-win for Oba if he loses. If he wins, great. He's the longest reigning North American champion. If he loses, then he just goes for the NXT title.
I'm gonna fuck this whole thing up for you right quick.
Okay.
Sami Zayn.
Well, fuck Sami Zayn. I mean, that's what
they're basically turning the Don into Sami Zayn.
Don't say that. Yeah, don't say that.
He's getting beat up all the time. He can't win. You start to feel bad. He's doing all this training, just like it with Gable. Oh, shit. It's happening. They Sami Zayn that nigga. It's a verb now.
Damn it! I told you I was nervous the first time I saw him do the whole, like, I don't know. I'm just scared. I'm afraid. Damn it! This is what it's all coming down to. I'm still gonna get his figure. I don't care. It's my favorite NXT wrestler, the Don. Well, you know, it's him. It's funny that he's going up against Oba so often. Because Oba's my other favorite NXT wrestler. Man,
it's great when your favorites go against each other.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oba's cinematically just a great fucking wrestler. Like, his walk to the ring, his thing when he stands in the middle and they put the big spotlight behind him and he's like that. That shit's fucking intimidating. Crazy. His little setup before he does his power bomb, where he's like this, looking at him, and fucking launches their dumbass in the air. Damn, he's good. We already talked about how good Oba is. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Friday. They're pushing more. This triple threat's gonna happen. They're starting with this LA Knight Andrade thing. Apparently, rumor has it, they're gonna push Andrade to be a heel. I'm like, probably for the best, because you guys haven't really done good for his babyface run.
I wouldn't even say he's a babyface, bro. He's just kind of in the middle.
There. Yeah,
he's just neutral.
So it's funny they play on exactly, dude. I pick up on these things for a reason. The handshake thing was fucking weird, and they immediately started playing on that, where Andrade felt disrespected that LA Knight didn't want to shake his hand, and I'm like, oh, see, here we go. And then shouts out Carmelo Hayes, who just does a fucking drive-by on LA Knight. He's like, I got something for your ass too. Come on. And I'm like, oh shit. Carmelo Hayes evens it up. 6-6.
3-3.
Oh, well, yeah. My bad. Fuck. Going to game 7, baby. Sorry.
And Game 7 just happens to throw y'all in a triple threat match.
Yeah, right. I'm like, so does this count towards your guys' record? Honestly,
LA
though,
Knight's gonna end it.
yeah, I think they do the triple threat. LA Knight wins, and then I think that like afterward, just keep them wrestling. Just fucking keep them wrestling. You can you could also in that time turn them. You can turn Carmelo babyface if you want, and turn Andrade heel. Like they have the best program going for them. They don't even fucking realize, or they probably do realize it. Michin gets another win. Is this a sign that she's going to win the dumpster match though against Chelsea Green?
She absolutely has to, because then it trashes Chelsea, who's Miss Perfect.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like a thing nowadays. Like, oh, are you getting a big match against Chelsea Green? Oh, that's a push for you. That's a bump. She's about to sell the shit out of your moves. You're gonna get a good match, and then you're gonna get a dub. Like, hey. And then Chelsea's gonna be like, fucking great stuff out there. Amazing. Oh my god. I loved it when you threw me into 17 trash cans. That was my favorite part. Don't you have a ladder to fall off of? That's all I'm gonna think of when I see her.
Let's talk about that hot, steamy scene between Nia and Tiffany.
Okay.
And everybody on Twitter and TikTok acting up. God damn.
Shouts out
and
to...
the one thing I don't like that was a little too well was how much of a victim Tiffany looked like.
Yeah, right?
When she like got in her face with it when she's choking her, it was like, oh. She looked like she'd been beat before.
I was like, I feel like...
Oh my god.
I was like, I feel like I've seen this video before of like a McDonald's worker and a woman talking shit. Like, I feel like I've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever want to be around you.
Yeah, legit.
You can just turn that on like that, bro.
It's funny.
You get motherfuckers arrested.
It's funny you bring that up too, because I remember thinking to myself like, this is triggering some people who have dealt with abuse before in their lists.
Yeah, big time.
Some people right now, I don't like this. Turn it off.
Meanwhile, all the managers are like, I'm next.
Me, I will disrespect you. Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, setting up for that. Go ahead.
I would say the last thing. The one I'm confused about now is the stipulation between that match was somebody had to go to Raw. And since they lost, technically it should be Tiffany going to Raw. And it's just like, are y'all not doing that now? What's going on?
I thought that part of the stipulation was only for Bayley and Naomi though. I could have sworn.
Not at like right before they ended that segment, fucking Nia was like, but also if one of us loses, so it was just like,
right,
it was clearly a ploy to get rid of Tiffany, which it kind of worked. So it's almost like, did Nia throw? Did she throw the double pin? Did she throw that?
Did she do that? I feel like they're just ignoring that now for some reason, because they're not bringing it up, and
they're she's probably definitely gonna cash in now, like 60% sure.
Yeah, with Aldous having to come out and like reaffirm with everybody the stipulation and everything like that, and like it was a confusing thing for fucking everybody, I feel like. And I feel like they were just like, honestly, everybody's so fucking confused. Let's just drop the stipulation, focus attention to Naomi and Bayley, and then move forward. Fucking Naomi almost got me. You ain't sorry. You was happy you won. And I would be too if I won. I was like, oh shit. Naomi's about to go join the bloodline. I thought, oh shit.
Nah, not yet.
Oh yeah. She gotta wait for Jimmy to come back. AJ's coming back next week. Shouts out my boy. Probably gonna do his final run if I had to guess.
Yeah. I remember, since I was up till fucking 8 a.m. I saw an article about him talking about his comeback, and he's just like, every morning when I wake up, I'm in pain. And I was just like, oh, nigga, it's the beginning.
Oh, no.
And then he talks about, he's just like, I know it's my time. I don't want to let everybody down, but I don't want to go out there and then look like trash, and that's how they remember me. And it's like, smart man. Smart man.
Yeah.
And y'all still got the TNA angle still going and shit.
Yeah.
Bring that up. Be like, I don't know who has the belt over at TNA, but AJ's coming home.
Yeah.
Hit him with the wham.
Yeah, I think whatever he does for this last run, super. I didn't even think about the TNA possibilities. Oh my god, how cool would that be to see AJ in a fucking TNA ring all over again? So cool. He'd be like, "Where's the fucking other sides to this ring? There's no fucking 8 sides to this fucking thing. You guys got 4 sides. This is all wrong."
So yeah, we don't do that anymore, bro.
I don't know what. Like, I don't think anything triggers nostalgia heavier for me than seeing Booker T, AJ Styles, and like other wrestlers from our time, like in that 8-sided square, like Kevin, not Kevin. I think it was Kevin Nash. I'm like,
yeah, I'm sure he was there.
Fucking, just a bunch of, and just all in that 8-side. There's a Kurt Angle. There's a bunch of clips because they were just there. Like once they came to TNA, they were just on TV all the fucking time. You turned on TNA, you would see all those guys in a square, a fucking 8-sided ring together. It was like, God, nothing hits better than that. Loved it. I would never want to see that 8-sided ring ever again in my fucking life in real time. But boy, is it fun to see from the past. Shouts out Abyss.
Nah, that shit looked ugly all the time. It was cool. It was like, oh, that's different. All right, whatever.
Yeah, it was different for sure. They achieved it. Like they 100% all they were trying to achieve with that was like, this is different. This is something different from everything else. And we're like, yeah, for the time it was cool. Made tag matches look weird as fuck though. Anyway, yeah, shouts out AJ. Looking forward to that comeback. KO, I like this theory from WrestleMania. KO turning heel. Is Randy turning heel with him? No, not yet, at least.
Like, nah, he still has reason to turn heel.
Yeah, if anything, it's so good, you know, from an overthinking perspective of like, if anything, this is setting up for Cody to heel turn. KO's constantly bitching at him. He can't win. He's just trying to fucking do this thing. He didn't even want to fucking help Roman, but now he's got to help Roman. And now everybody's on his ass about it. Randy's helping him, but Randy even gets in his face and says, "Unless you make it a problem." And it's like, it's a pretty good spot for Cody to be like, "Listen, fuck all you guys. I'm fighting for my fucking life out here." And then, you know, Homelander. Roadlander.
Meanwhile, Jesus, that'd be something to hear.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah, shouts out Cody. And it doesn't have to be a tag team match. You can make the no. You already got your tag team match. We're gonna do our thing. I'm like, damn. That actually hurt me a little bit. Like that made me insecure to hear that. I was like, you guys want to tag with me? What? No, we can have fun. We can all do it together. No, that's okay.
What I find funny, we still don't know how Kevin feels about the situation.
Yeah, still haven't heard.
They just interrupted him almost immediately. Bro took a breath on the mic.
Taking it all.
He took it all, goddammit.
Yeah.
Take all the goddamn words out your mouth. Just cut all your sales. That was pretty dumb, honestly. Honestly, don't even remember the tag team. I've watched it. Like I remember being awake and watching it, and I just still did not comprehend what was going on. Really, I was like, all right, whatever.
Well, they sold who was gonna win the second they asked Cody to not come out, and then Randy do the whole, well, the Tongans are gonna come out, and we're gonna need you to come out. And I was like, oh yeah. So they're gonna come out, and then they're gonna lose thanks to Cody, and then KO's gonna be more mad at Cody. Like, yeah, and it's exactly what happened. Shouts out Jacob Fatu throwing Cody directly into the ref, my guy. And then shouts out the ref who was like, and then fucking fell. Oh, my ankle. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Something I wanted to point out, just a little something I like to see, and, you know, and I catch eye on when they were walking out, when they interrupted Kevin. Tama Tonga is just fucking, yeah. He comes out, yeah. And then he go. I love his character so much. I don't know why. I'm loving it more and more every time I see him. He comes out with the walk and he's like, yeah. And then he stares off and he does like this like smug look, and then out of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, that's the New Japan creeping back in.
I love it. He's getting comfy out there. I'm like, my man's like, you know, I'm bored. He's like, I'm bored. Let me do some stuff. And they're like, all right.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's the crazy thing about that whole family is like they're all good on the fucking mic, but y'all just don't let them talk. All of them are good.
Tongaloa can, he could take a backseat.
Yeah, of course, because y'all motherfuckers is haters. No, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be god awful. It's gonna happen. It's to the point. It's almost that weird gimmick where you're just like, all right, you can fucking stop now, bro.
Yeah.
And then it's like you just completely ignore them. You don't even acknowledge that you're like, it's gonna happen. It's the same joke every time, guys.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I wish so badly instead it was this thing where like when he talks or does something, they all like collectively just stare at him, like as a family, they all just go like, so anyway, Solo, you were saying. And Tongaloa was just like, oh yeah, said that shit. Like, yeah, you didn't say anything, man. Shut up. But I'm talking shit, but I've said the 2 times he's actually talked, like in the promo and on the mic, I was like, not bad. Not bad. It's probably the only thing he hasn't really fucked up per se.
As long as he acknowledges his tribal chief.
Solo, I acknowledge you. And I was like, okay, with the side, he put his lips to the side and said it. And I'm like, okay, I like it. I like it. Now, just if you could when you tackle somebody, don't tackle them into the rope and then the side turnbuckle. Just tackle them into the turnbuckle. Let's just do that next time.
It was Cody's fault.
It's good. Cody was supposed to direct him with his back. Cody was turned a little bit to the right. Oh, shit. Overall, though, SmackDown was an okay show, in my opinion. I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was anything too crazy. Raw way outdid SmackDown this week. And like I say every week recently, NXT is just on fucking fire right now. And who do we have to thank for that? Who do we have to thank?
The Rock's daughter.
How dare you, sir? She's at Slipknot concert. She's not even doing anything.
Shout out Shawn Michaels.
Shout out Shawn Michaels. And shout out fucking Ethan Page. I saw his CVV interview this week, and man, just a fucking overall cool guy. I like him. That's my champion. That's my heel. Except for that NX me shit. I hate that. It's NX me. And I'm like, oh god,
it's all ego, bro.
Yeah, it is all ego. It's probably the only good song that Def Rebel has made. The ego. Oh my. And
none of them are good. They're all butt.
Well, to be fair, they had Booker T's help, because now every time he comes out, you book it. When I hit him with a smile. I love it, Vic. And you're like, all right. Booker T gave his little ad lib in it, so.
Yep.
So it's great when like Ethan and Trick are going at each other, because then he does the I like it, and then Ethan comes out, he's like, when I hit him and I hit it with a smile. And Vic is always like, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on, Book? I'm not biased like you, Vic. I'm not biased. It took a long time, but I officially love Booker T's commentary. It took a while for me to get used to it, but I love it.
What do you mean?
So when I first saw him on any type of commentary, I know he was doing commentary like probably like 2016-ish or something like that. When I wasn't watching, like he was already doing commentary. But the first time I had ever seen him do commentary, he was doing pre-shows. And he was fucking everything up. He might have just been having a good time, but they had to keep like correcting him on match stipulations, who was wrestling and shit. And I was like, oh, this guy is wild. And then I saw him on NXT, and he's loud and all that. He's doing his thing, and I was like, I don't know. I'm more of a Vic guy. I'm more on Vic's side, and I just got used to it. I just wasn't used to that style of his commentary, and I think also he got better too over time.
TNA.
Did he do commentary in TNA?
Yes. And then he did it even better fucking commentary while at TNA, because he fucking commentaried the ass whooping he was given in the ring.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god.
The greatest fucking thing ever.
Oh, because he's gonna hit him with a stomp. Oh, that looked like a
like after I seen that, I was like, bro, give him the mic all the time. I don't care what's happening, and you're gonna get some type of gold out of it.
Is Booker T in the Hall of Fame yet? I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet, right?
I think he is. I feel like I've seen him up there for some reason. And it easily could have been just him inducting somebody.
Right. Let's see. Is Booker T in Hall of Fame? Booker T is the greatest. He's in our Hall of Fame. He's in the regular Hall of Fame in 2013. He got inducted. He's in my Hall of Fame. Shouts out King Booker. When I see they do clips and video packages and they show King Booker doing this, and I just go, King Buckeye. Fucking, love it. Makes me happy.
Before we go,
Yeah.
I saw a very, very interesting theory of Rhea's and Liv's Shark Tank match. Little Dommy Dom up there
Yeah.
can't come down, and they're like, "Damn, who's gonna interfere? Who's gonna fuck this up for Rhea?" And it's like the first thing they said, they're like, "Raquel.
Yes.
Raquel could come back, could fuck everything up for her, be like, yeah, because then she still fits in the story. They were a tag team, and Rhea fucked both of them up."
Yep. 100%.
And it's like nice. And they're like, that'd be cool. It'd be nice for her to have a heel run, kind of with Liv a little bit. And it's like, it'll be dope. And it's like, yeah, cool, all right. And then they were like, you know who could be coming back? Alexa Bliss.
Not till
And she's
2025.
But they already put one of like Alexa's like one of her freaky ass dolls.
Yeah. Okay.
Bitch, why is you talking?
Who the fuck?
I can't hear almost out of here, so all I felt were the vibrations from that. And I was like, what the fuck's happening? But one of her creepy ass dolls was behind them when they were all back there talking. Yeah. Like in frame, like there's just some weird pink and blue haired doll. And it's small as fuck. And like she could come out and fuck everything up and just terrorize mainly Liv, but also go after Rhea after, probably. But it's like that'd be a good setup because you get her to come back. You got somebody else on Raw besides the two of them really doing any wrestling. Like I guess high card wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
But on top of that, she's not dealing with the Wyatt Six. Like they're not gonna just throw her into that.
Yeah,
she's already
away.
doing her own thing, and that's it. She's just super creepy still.
Yeah, since she says she's not gonna come back till 2025, which is still, I mean, that could mean like January 2025. You know, it could be pretty soon. I think it'd be good if she got put into that picture just to lose, so that way she could then, because then time can pass and then you can do the Wyatts with her, which is pretty much, if anybody does, I don't want her to be in the program, but when they talk about it, that's the only way I'm okay with it as a fan, is like if she comes in first, but to like push her in is like literally just disregarding everything the Wyatts have been doing at that point. Yeah, she could. I think also with that theory, it'd be interesting because you said Rhea fucked over. She was tag team partners with both of them at different times at some point, and she fucked both of them over.
No, but Liv and Raquel were tag team champions. They're the ones who got it off Baszler and Ronda.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They had the belts, and Rhea fucked both of them up in like 2 separate weeks because she smashed Liv's arm, and that's why Liv was gone for so long.
Yeah.
And then she jacked up Raquel's leg, which we've seen like a million times in all their matches.
Yeah.
And besides the real reason she hasn't been wrestling. But it's like that was the reason, was because of Rhea, pretty much.
Yeah, I think because it would be interesting to have her come back to help Liv, right? Fuck over Rhea. But then, because of the way Liv is now and her being with the Judgment Day, Raquel being like, well, I don't fucking like the Judgment Day, and I don't want to deal with any of that. And then realizing that she's not cool with Liv, and Liv fuck her over, and that sets up for a good triple threat between the three of them at like Survivor Series or something.
Yeah, another good story.
Hell yeah. Either way, I like the idea of Raquel being shoehorned into that. Yeah, it's funny you bring up Alexa Bliss. I was going to bring that possible comeback. 2 other comebacks I just wanted to bring up before we left too was Nikita Lyons saying she's coming back. She's going to come back pretty soon. Pretty hyped about that.
Does Reese know?
No. Shut up. Shit.
You might like her though. You might like her though.
Yeah, Nikita Lyons rules. And then I confirmed, we saw it on Monday. I didn't know what the fuck it meant, but confirmed it's a tease. The little signals with everything that said it like translated to war or something. Viking Raiders are coming back.
The runes.
The runes. And they're possibly coming back with the name they originally wanted, apparently. Which I think is War Raiders or something. Or I think they should just come back as Viking Raiders, but I think it's Viking something. Not too sure. I'm really not too sure. But they're possibly coming back with the name that they originally had wanted to do, that Vince said no like 1,000 times to. But shouts out, like I thought Ivar was just coming back. We talked about it before, but if both of them are coming back, let's go. Hell yeah. That means we're getting what's her face back.
She's still pregnant.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Well. God damn it.
Even when I found that out, I was like, what? Okay. I was expecting that.
And the last thing I want to say is put some respect on the Street Profits name. Give them a title run. My man's Dawkins just had another fucking kid. He needs the goddamn money. All right? Fuck. Well, they keep, on this. They're about to have a title match, triple threat ladder match. This next Friday, and I'm like,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
that's just the main event. It's just like, it's starting to feel like when we were kids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those crazy ass fucking main events when you're just like, oh, this is just a Friday, bro.
Hell yeah.
Who the fuck is the PLE like?
So hopefully, I see that and I'm like, God damn it. First of all, it is a lot like when we're kids, because it's basically like, they were like, when they announced the match, they're like, it's DIY versus Street Profits and the Bloodline for the tag team titles. And I was like, you might as well have just said it's Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Bros versus the Dudleys. It's our scenario. Like, those are the tag teams we have that wrestle all the fucking time. I'm not mad at it. Just give the Street Profits the It's so clear. It's so obvious. We all want the Street Profits to win the goddamn titles. And we want the smoke.
Whew. We need everybody being goofy.
Yeah. All right. That was a good episode. We're done here today. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode down below in the comments. Talk to us about some wrestling. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us down below on our social medias. Hit the show more on the show notes, and it'll show you down there where you can follow us on Twitch, social medias, all over the place. And share it out if you can. If you have a friend that likes wrestling, share this to them. Talk about this with them. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.